and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a post review of this diamond painting I've got here. This is a diamond painting I bought from a store called, I'd like to say it's pronounced Meian, on AliExpress. I did do this as an unboxing on my other channel, so if you want to check out the unboxing for that and also a round that I bought at the same time, I'll put a link up in the corner. But this is the completed canvas. And yeah, I have some thoughts about it, of course, and especially as Meian are they're not a super expensive seller on AliExpress, but they are a little bit more expensive than the likes of Huracan, etc. So I thought I'd give them a try. This is the square drill canvas that I'm reviewing. I've not done the round yet, so I can't talk about that. But yes, so this is the square and it's the owl. I will obviously leave a link below in the description should you be interested in this canvas. Now, this is a 40 by 30, and unlike the ones that come from the sort of the more budget-friendly sellers, this is actually the diamond painting area, not the canvas size. So yeah, this is literally 40 by 30, and they're not resin drills. I thought with the higher price point that they would be, but they're not. They're acrylic drills. It is a poured glue canvas though. I know that's important for some people. And I have to say, the canvas itself is probably one of the best canvases I've worked on. I mean, the material isn't anything to write home about, but the quality of the printing was exceptionally sharp. I didn't use a light pad. I had absolutely no problems at all with any of the symbols. And also the glue. The glue was super tacky. It was even. Sometimes with poured glue, like it'll be sticky in one area and then there'll be just like a patch that's like kind of gets missed. Nothing. It was not skater glue. It was all lovely, tacky, even, very, very good canvas. Now, let me talk about the drills. I did have some issues with the drills. Square drills is always a bit of a test for a company, and this was no exception. So of all the drills, they were mostly nice, and when I started this painting, I think I started up here, it started really well, so these colours was good. But then I moved into these pinks. I don't know if you can see that they're pinks here, and that sit next to beige. Now these two colours are this is the pink and this is the beige that sits next, well, sort of, yeah, browny beige. And the issue I had with these is these pinks were all, let me just say, the size-wise, the footprint, i.e. the squareness of the drill, every drill was pretty much okay, apart from this one, I'll mention that, but the footprint themselves was okay. But these ones were, there was a lot of them that was too small height-wise, so there was a bit flat, and I might have got away with that. It might not have felt too bad, but these drills, number 17, that sit next to a lot of the pinks a lot of the time, they were too deep. So these ones were high and these ones were flat, and if they hadn't sat next to each other, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. To be fair, it wasn't a huge problem. It's only a problem if you're kind of fussy. I'm quite fussy with my square drills, so the fact that I had some high and some low sitting next to each other, it just annoyed me. But as I say, the footprint wise, it was okay. So I didn't have any. I've not had a single popping drill from this canvas, and I've done this a couple of months ago now. So yeah, no popping drills, but some were too high and some were too flat, and they was sitting next to each other, so it just exacerbated that issue. The other problem I had is I did run out of a colour, which is bizarre, because when I show you all my remaining drills, you'll see that there was plenty of drills in general, except for number 20, which was a sort of beige, and it was up in the sky. And so I used number 24, which was a very close in tone. It didn't make a lot of difference, I don't think, and it's all up here. But unfortunately, these are also the ones that maybe were not as, I mean, gapping with square drills is always more noticeable in the light colours. It's harder to work with, But I do think that out of all of the drills, I mean, I can see obviously the gapping, or not, as the case may be, in some of the colours. There is none. They fit together really well. But I did have a few issues here, so I do have a little bit of gapping in here. But it's nothing to stress out about. It's certainly within the realms of okay. It was just not ideal that the one drills that perhaps wasn't the best cut were also in the light colours. So yeah, the beiges, the pinks and the beiges seem to be the ones that had the problems. But all of these dark colours, absolutely no problems at all. Fit together well. They was evenly shaped. As I say, the footprint in general was, they were square. So I'd say a 7 out of 10 for the quality of their square drills. So they're okay for the most part. I could have also just been unlucky. I could have just had a bad batch, especially as a lot of the problems were in colours that was very similar. It could have just been a bad batch. So yeah, I wouldn't write them off, but I'm not exactly singing from the rooftops their praises, but I'm not, you know, I would buy from them again if it came to it. So let me just turn this, as you can see, the paint. Shall I see? I don't know if you can see the sparkle. You can never see the sparkle with diamond paintings. It makes me sad. Because that's another thing. Even though they're not resin drills, they are still good quality drills, and there is plenty of sparkle. Hopefully some of that is getting picked up on camera as I move it. But yeah, they're good quality drills, but not exceptional quality, if that makes sense. But it's nice and sparkly. So let me just turn this over so we've got something white to work with, because we're going to look at the drills. We'll get all those back. Well, we'll get rid of that empty bag because that's absolutely no good. So as you can see, which is why it makes the drills that we ran out of a colour a bit of a mystery. You can see all of the drills. So even like colours like these, which this was there in the eyes, so there wasn't used much on the canvas, but there was still plenty and plenty of spare drills of all colours except for this one, number 20. It's so bizarre. And it does appear, because they're pre-bagged, so that was nice. They're in the Ziploc bags, so you didn't have to, I didn't bother kitting this up, I just worked from the bags. Yeah, so it appears to be by weight, so I don't know if something went wrong with their measurements, but something went astray, because there was plenty of excess drills, even accounting for trash, which I actually, ignoring the fact that I had a few flat and fat ones, fat and flat? Yeah, fat and flat. Ignoring that fact, there wasn't very many trash drills. So yeah, good quality. And even though they're acrylic, there aren't even things like, a few of them have dimples on the back, but not many. It's, yeah. So, what would I say about this painting? You've never bought from Meian before and you want to give them a go. What I would say is that my experience with the square drills, which is always going to be tougher, I've not done the round painting. That should hopefully, you know, it's more forgiving. Square drills are always a test. I would say, as I mentioned before, maybe a 7 out of 10. So I would buy a square from them again. I'd probably make sure I only got it, you know, maybe in a sale, like one of their big sales. I wouldn't just impulse buy from it, I don't think. So yeah, I would have to get a good price. I think if I got a second canvas that was equally had some uneven drills, because I mean I'm running my hand across this and I can feel where every time I meet a bigger drill, and it's always in these brown ones. I mean, you can, yeah, I don't know if you can see it here. Like these, that's like fatter, it's like taller, and then right next to it is a pink one. Now I did try and fish these out to try and minimise that, but there were still some that got through because I just found them on there. But yeah, if I run my fingers over this, I can feel like it's not quite like reading Braille, but I can definitely feel where the occasional bump is. But yeah, my confidence in the company is pretty sound. I would buy from them again, and hopefully when I do the round painting, which I obviously will do a post review as well, it's not on my radar to do anytime very soon, but soonish. So yeah, obviously I will do a post review of the round, and then we can compare between the two, because that is why I bought one of each style, so I could try them out. So I hope you found this review useful. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, do hit that little bell below and you'll get a notification of any time I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.